Wait! Get out of my way!
Okay, das hört sich nicht gut an.
What happened? Why is everyone running? No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Ich glaube, die Katastrophe bahnt sich an. Das Wasser des Urmeers wird aktiver. Aber was ist das für ein Geräusch? Paimon, wach auf! Wir müssen raus und sehen, was los ist. Höchstwahrscheinlich. Das Wasser des Urmeers gerät jetzt außer Kontrolle. Die eine anschleichende Katastrophe bahnt sich jetzt ihren Weg nach oben.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, wait! What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
Der Herzog meinte, wir sollten nach draußen evakuieren?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Dann bedeutet das, dass unten etwas passiert sein muss. Das Erdgeschoss des Forts Meropid. Dort ist die Schleuse.
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Ja, immer.
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Sind wir jetzt eigentlich überhaupt hier auf dem richtigen Weg?
Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Ich glaube, wir sind aktuell auf dem falschen Weg.
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
Okay, jetzt sind wir, sagt auf dem richtigen Weg. Und müssen dann gleich höchstwahrscheinlich ansehen, wie das Urmeer an die Oberfläche gelangen will. Aber was können wir da jetzt eigentlich Großartiges ändern?
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
You're just in time. But be ready to run. 3, 2, 1.
Welch
Won't
Dramatik.
hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Tja, und wir müssen jetzt erstmal so schnell wie möglich zu Neuvillette. Dann lasst uns gleich mal teleportieren. Aber den Geräuschen nach zu urteilen sind wir jetzt schon längst draußen. Oder etwa nicht? Die Zeit eilt jetzt.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Das ging schnell.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Furina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Furina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Alles klar, den Rest erklärst du mir später.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Okay, wir müssen also jetzt zum Opernhaus gehen und auf alle Fälle jetzt sagt das Aufeinandertreffen von Arlecchino und Furina bewachen oder vor allem Furina bewachen. Das Ende des 4. Aktes nähert sich also so langsam. Oh! Ich glaube, er sagt, wir kommen ein bisschen zu spät. Die beiden sind wohl jetzt auch schon aufeinander getroffen.
Look, there are a ton of Fatili and Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Furina to the best of your abilities.
Ja, wir werden alles geben, wie immer. Also gut, laden wir uns mal selbst ein zu einer Tasse Tee und Kuchen und Gebäck. Vielleicht auch noch ein paar Macarons dazu. Vielleicht sagt noch ein bisschen Orangenkuchen. Oder ein Fonta-Kuchen. Schmeckt der Sack auch gut. Ich würde vielleicht mal sagen, Kuchen aus Matcha?
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Furina mentioned.
Of course, of course. How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
Das ist also Arlecchino, das Oberhaupt des Hauses des Kamins und der Vater von Linné und Lynette. Es scheint nicht einfach zu sein, mit ihr umzugehen. Freut mich, dich kennenzulernen.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Furina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Also, ich würde mal sagen, das ist nicht ganz normaler Tee. Der qualmt ja gewaltig.
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Furina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Sie sieht ziemlich freundlich aus, aber so einfach kann es nicht sein. Arlecchino ist jemand, mit dem man rechnen muss. Ich sollte besser umsichtig mit ihr umgehen.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
Also erst einmal habe ich etwas getrunken, um meinen Mund zu löschen aufgrund der viel zu heißen Teetasse. Also ziemlich lecker. Ich denke, Paimon stimmt auch zu.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Furina and I.
Nein, es gibt keinen Grund für Tartaglia, ihr so etwas zu sagen.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
Ich glaube an seine Fähigkeit.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Furina sieht ziemlich nervös aus. Zwischen ihr und Arlecchino muss etwas nicht stimmen.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Furina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udek's Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Über seinen Aufenthaltsort habe ich einige Informationen gefunden.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Meripede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
Oh nein, Paimons Aussage hat uns in eine schlechte Lage gebracht.
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
Nein, haben wir keine. Es gibt aber auch keine Beweise dafür, dass er verletzt oder getötet wurde.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?
Sie übt immer wieder Druck aus. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich sie überzeugen kann. Aber zumindest kann ich versuchen, ihre Aufmerksamkeit von Furina auf mich zu lenken. Ja, ich denke, es ist gut, so zu schreiben.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Wechseln wir also die Position jetzt zum Vor.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled, and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day! This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe. This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Beeindruckende Kräfte. Mehr darüber werden wir höchstwahrscheinlich in seinem Legendenauftrag erfahren. Und damit dürfte auch das Ende von Akt 4 so bald wie möglich, wie es aussieht, auch stattfinden. Jetzt erstmal geht's, glaube ich, wohl gleich mal wieder zurück zur Teestunde.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess, we're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Tja, daher geht es jetzt erstmal zurück zur Teestunde. Gedanken über die wahre Identität von Neuvillette können wir uns ja sogar auch später machen. Auch interessant, dass er eigentlich den Palast nicht allzu lange verlassen kann. Das muss ja irgendwie auch einen besonderen Grund haben.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Furina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Furina verhält sich anders als sonst. Sie weist die Anschuldigung von Arlecchino ernsthaft zurück. Sie meint es ernst und macht diesmal nicht irgendwelche Schau.
Then I ask you, Miss Furina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Nichts getan oder kann sie es uns nicht sagen? Gerade eben war sie noch so überzeugt und zuversichtlich, aber jetzt ließ sie plötzlich die Luft aus ihr heraus wie ein zerplatzter Ballon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Ich weiß zwar jetzt, sagt nicht, was Indemnitium ist, aber ich denke, sagt mal, das wäre, sagt die Energie, die eine Gottheit vielleicht ausstrahlt. Also quasi eine göttliche Aura, eine göttliche Energie. Und dann kann es sich jetzt, sagt, wie es aussieht, wirklich wohl bewahrheiten, dass die Oratrice das göttliche Herz von Fontaine, wie es aussieht, wirklich besitzt. Würde ich mal meinen.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
That's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
Das sind alle Themen, über die ich nicht mitsprechen kann. Ich weiß nicht einmal, was Neuvillette's Aufgabe ist. Ist er hinuntergegangen, um sich mit dem wogenden Urmeer unterhalb vom Fort Meropid auseinanderzusetzen? Aber kann er es wirklich alleine bewältigen? Und hat Furina die Wahrheit gesagt?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Arlecchino wechselt das Thema und wirft eine Reihe weniger wichtiger Themen auf, auch wenn sich die Atmosphäre ändert.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Furina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Furina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Natürlich. Reden wir noch ein bisschen.
Coming too.
Dann begleiten wir mal Arlecchino heraus. Was mich allerdings jetzt ein bisschen wundert, die neuen Elite-Gegner der Fatui, also die neuen Elite-Untergebenen, die sind bis jetzt noch kein einziges Mal vorgekommen. Und hatte ich eigentlich den Aussichtspunkt dort oben nicht schon längst mal aktiviert gehabt? Naja, das ist jetzt auch nicht so wichtig. Einen Aussichtspunkt kann man immer noch später mal aktivieren. Aber jetzt müssen wir erstmal Arlecchino nach draußen bringen. Und dann, ja, das Ende von Akt 4 ist jetzt noch nicht gekommen. Und generell ist die Belohnung dafür jetzt auch noch nicht gerade sehr hoch. Es fehlt Urgestein.